the miserable 5 years of marriage. My name is Kota. I am the only daughter in a rich family. My parents invested in me so much, almost in every aspect of life, such as education, economics, and faith. I progressed from early education to higher education, culminating with the completion of my PhD in diplomacy and international relations overseas. After finishing my education, numerous opportunities presented themselves to me. Subsequently, I was chosen to represent my country as an ambassador in Canada, a role in which I served for a decade. After being alone for a few years, I encountered an attractive man who professed his affection for me and indicated his willingness to wed me. After completing all the necessary steps, we proceeded to the church for the official wedding service, which was attended by a substantial number of guests. Then we had an amazing wedding party that had never happened before in our clan. Its total budget was 20 million. Millions of people attended our wedding and we got a lot of gifts. I remember the honeymoon that we had in Dubai for 1 month just spending as the part of an offer we got from our wedding committee. I conceived during the honeymoon, and this sounded very well in the ears of my husband, since he desired to have a family. As days went on, things changed, and my husband started beating me daily. This caused miscarriage. On top of that, my husband was often raping me in a cruel manner. And bad enough, I conceived unwillingly. This time, I succeeded in delivering a baby, in spite of being beaten and harassed too much. I thought giving him birth could comfort me and restore the lost first love, but things weren't the way I imagined. My husband hated us completely and devoted all his time spending with side chicks. The issue that hurt the most, it was bringing his side chicks at home and using our beddings for fornication. When I tried to open up my mouth and speak, I only received punishment that left my body and my soul full of scars. As days went on, our marriage lost its attractiveness and became as dangerous as a battlefield. Our marriage was filled with constant arguments, and at times it felt like we were having full-blown fights, almost like two underdog boxers using our house as a battleground. I can't forget the day that I was beaten in the way that my upper jaw lost all its teeth. My face wasn't as attractive as it was before, since I looked like an old woman of 100 years, while my real age was 40s. I was little fed up with this kind of life. It reached the time that I told myself, enough is enough, Kota. You have to shout out those are to end this kind of mediation. As soon as I started praying for our divorce, and I really begged God to make the way for our separation, because I surely lashed into marriage with a stranger. I didn't know him at all, and I regretted it. While speaking this word to myself, I recall my single status and thought, perhaps it would have been preferable if you had stayed single, Kota. I confess to you that I remembered the day that I was single, and I just thought about my singleness. I found out that my husband was a skilled criminal who had been sought after by the police for a significant period. One day, my husband was caught by the police and sent to court. And finally, he got jailed for 20 years at the age of 38 years. That was the time I got released from the miserable marriage life.